My greetings to everyone. I am Professor Dr. Namita Rajput, Professor in Department of Commerce, Aurobindo College, University of Delhi. We are on with the series of Art of Being Happy, and today we are going to talk on hierarchy of happiness. And we are going to cover about the introduction part, an overview, and understanding the hierarchy of happiness, which is followed by a physiological needs, the basic physiological needs for happiness, safety and security needs, and safety and stability, followed by love and belonging needs. So let us start with the introduction part of hierarchy of happiness. It's a conceptual framework called a hierarchy of happiness. It lists the essential components and dimensions that go into creating our overall sense of contentment and the well-being. Now it acknowledges that a pleasure is not a single idea, but a complex experience made up of many interconnected facets of our life. We can foster a more enduring and a meaningful sense of joy by comprehending and emphasizing these aspects. And we frequently discover ourselves looking for external accomplishments, financial goods, or transient pleasure in our search for happiness. However, we might find these activities only satisfy us momentarily, leaving us a yearning for more. The focus is shifted from external sources of happiness to the fundamental components of within ourselves in the hierarchy of happiness, which provides a very noble viewpoint. Fundamentally, the hierarchy of happiness acknowledges that self-awareness, personal development, and acting in accordance with our true selves are the keys to long-lasting fulfillment. It recognizes that a pleasure is a product of internal harmony and a balance between different facets of our existence rather than being exclusively dependent on external circumstances. Now, this framework acts as a roadmap for the people who want to comprehend their personal well-being better. It urges us to investigate and give priority to the various factors, including our physical health, emotional stability, meaningful relationships, the personal development, and a life purpose. Let us now on to an overview of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Abraham Maslow proposed the physiological theory known as a Maslow hierarchy of need in the year 1943. It implies that in order to reach a self-actualization, the highest level of the personal growth, people have a hierarchy of wants that must be met in a particular order. There are 5 levels which make up the hierarchy, which moves from the most fundamental physiological demands to a more complex physiological needs. So, physiological requirements like those for food, drink, shelter, and sleep are at the bottom of the pyramid. People advance to the second stage, which includes the need for safety and security. Once these needs have been met, this involves having a stable environment, a job, good health, and a personal security. The third level focuses on the need for affection and a sense of social connection. This entails the need for affection, commemorate a feeling of approval among the social groupings. Now, after these requirements are satisfied, people work to satisfy their esteem needs, which include accomplishment, respect, and acknowledgement. Now let us talk about a self-actualization. Self-actualization, which stands for the urge of individual development, self-fulfillment, and the attainment of one's full potential, is at the top of the pyramid. It includes the morals, problem solving, creativity, and a sense of meaning in the life. The Maslow asserts that in order to move up in the hierarchy, people must first satiate their lower level needs, and then they can move on to their higher level wants. The idea does recognize that the individual demands might fluctuate and regress owing to a variety of reasons. Maslow's hierarchy of need offers a useful framework for comprehending the human development and motivation. It highlights the significance of meeting the basic needs as the basis of development and self-actualization of the individual. Now, individuals can work forward greater levels of well-being and ultimately realize their full potential by identifying and meeting these requirements. Now, let us do the importance of undertaking the hierarchy of happiness. Now, it's very essential to comprehend the hierarchy of happiness if you want to be very happy and fulfilled personally. This idea, which is frequently linked to a Maslow hierarchy of requirements, acknowledges that happiness is a multi-dimensional construct rather than a single unchanging state. Now, understanding these hierarchy, it really helps the people to better understand the numerous aspects they go into making them happy. The basic physiological and the safety requirements, such as those for food, shelter and security, form the basis of every system. And when these essential needs are met, emphasis can focus on experiencing a higher enjoyment. The next levels are the physiological needs, which include ties to others, self-worth and the personal development. Understanding the value of positive relationship, self-worth and ongoing self-improvement, it empowers the people to increase their level of happiness in general. The self-actualization, where people pursue their passion, partake in meaningful pursuits and seek a personal fulfillment, is the greatest ekathon. The individuals can find their special mission and match their behaviors with it by comprehending this peak. Individuals may successfully prioritize their efforts and allocate the resources to meet their requirement at each level by understanding the hierarchy of happiness. Now, this information encourages the self-awareness, it spurs the personal development and directs the choice making and ultimately resulting in a more balanced, contented and a joyful life. Let us do the first level, that is the physiological needs. The physiological needs category is at level 1 of Maslow hierarchy of needs. The most fundamental and necessary for the survival needs and those listed above. They include basically the fundamental biological necessities like air, water, food, clothes, shelter and the sleep. And for the body to operate and to be in the homeostasis, the physiological needs must be met. And when these wants are not met, they take the center stage and they also eclipse the other facets of life. And of course, once the persons have these basic needs met, they can proceed up the hierarchy to take care of their higher needs and look for the various type of enjoyments and fulfillments. Now, meeting the basic physiological needs for the happiness. The happiness depends on satisfying the basic physiological demands since they serve as the foundation for the higher degree of well-being. Now, we feel discomfort, stress and distraction when our physiological demands are not addressed, and which makes it difficult to concentrate on the other facets of life. Our bodies have the energy and the nutrition they need to perform at their best, and when our need for the food and water are met, our physical and the mental health may deteriorate if we don't eat well, which could impede our ability to feel happy. Now we feel stable, protected, and private when we have a safe and secure place to live. It produces an environment where we may unwind, sleep, and refuel, fostering a general well-being and contentment. We need enough sleep for both our physical and the mental well-being. It revitalizes our physical and the mental faculties and promotes the emotional stability. A good night's sleep helps us feel very good and makes it easier for us to be joyful and be happy. And of course, clothing keeps us warm and helps control our body temperature, keeping us very comfortable and safe. It contributes to our overall sense of happiness and the confidence by influencing our self-image and the self-esteem. Now we build a very strong foundation that enables us to pursue a greater degrees of enjoyment and self-fulfillment by taking care of our physiological demands. And of course, when our basic needs are addressed, we can focus on developing the connections, attaining our own objectives, and doing the things that makes us very happy and content. Having these basic needs met open the door to a happier and more satisfying existence. Let us move to level number 2, that is safety and the security needs. The category of demands for safety and security is at level 2 of Maslow's hierarchy of requirements. Individuals look for safety and protection from the harm, both physical and physiological, after their psychological, physiological demands have been satisfied. Now, these requirements include safety and harm or violence, financial security, a secure home, a job that is secure, and a personal security. Now, providing for safety needs promotes stability, which lowers the anxiety and the terror. It enables the people to feel safe in their surroundings and concentrate on other, more important requirements like relationships and the personal development. Now, for people to grow and feel happier and more well adjusted, it is very crucial to create a safe and secure atmosphere. Now, you can see in this particular slide, it says, I'm happy because I'm safe. So, creating a sense of safety and stability, the second level of needs following physiological demands, establishing a sense of safety and stability is very critical in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The satisfaction of safety and stability, which comprises both the psychological and bodily components, is very crucial for total well-being. The physical safeguards such as safe housing, access to clean water, sufficient nutrition, and actually a defense against harm or aggression are all a part of building a safe environment. This can be accomplished through practicing a personal safety, living in safe neighborhoods, and having a supporting legal and regulatory environment. The physiological creating a sense of safety entails the lowering anxiety, fear, and apprehensions. So, it includes delivering the resources for stress management and raising a mental health awareness and offering the emotional support. Now, building trust is very essential for creating a safe psychological environment in both interpersonal relationship and of course the institutions. The trust leads to reliability, commitment, integrity, sincerity, consistency, and competence. People can feel confident in their daily lives by fostering a sense of safety and stability, which lessens the distraction and concerns brought on by potential dangers and insecurities. It also enables the people to concentrate on higher level requirements like fostering connections, going after personal development, and achieving the self actualization. Individuals can feel happier, more at ease, and more generally well being by attending to their requirements for safety and stability. It also enables them to develop and realize their full potential, and all this will lead to happiness. Now, moving on to level 3, that is love and belongingness needs. The category of the need for love and belongingness is at level 3 of Maslow's hierarchy of requirements. Individuals look for social connection, love, and a sense of belonging once their physiological and the safety demands have been satisfied. Now, these requirements cover a very close friendships, family ties, and community involvement. People seek out meaningful relationship and a sense of belonging because of a need for approval, love, and the company. Fulfilling these requirements promotes the emotional health, a support network, and a sense of identity and a sense of purpose. Engaging in social activities and cultivating connections are very essential for meeting the demands for love and belongingness, which contribute to overall fulfillment and a pleasure. Now, there is a role of relationships in fulfilling our need for love and belongingness. In Maslow's hierarchy of wants, relationships are very crucial to satiating our desires for love and belongingness. Now, this level emphasizes the value of connection and belonging while focusing on the social side of the human existence. People feel accepted, loved, and understood when they are in relationships that are very helpful and healthy. They provide opportunities for a deep friendships, companionship, and emotional support. We feel a sense of belonging to a family, community, or social groups through relationships. And of course, we now talk about recognition. We gain love, affection, and recognition through our close friendship, family ties, and intimate partnerships. They offer a venue for expressing the emotions and exchanging the stories and developing the ties based on trust and caring for one another. These connections satisfy our desire for social interaction and aid in the formation of our sense of self and mission. By lessening the emotions of loneliness, isolation, and alienation, they improve our general well-being. The relationship also contribute to the personal development and the growth. The relationship also contribute to the personal development and the growth. They present the chances for education, empathetic growth, and comprehension of various viewpoints. Our sense of self-worth, self-esteem increase as a result of helpful relationships. In conclusion, we can say the connections are very essential to satiating our want for love and a sense of belongingness. They give us the emotional support and connection we require for our well-being, enabling us to flourish and feel happy in the setting of deep relationship with the others. Now moving on to level 4, that is the esteem needs. The Maslow hierarchy of need places the esteem needs group at level 4. Once the requirement for physiology, safety, love and belongingness have been addressed, one then looks for the fulfill one's desire for esteem. Now, of course, these requirements contain two aspects: respect from others, that is external, and respect for one's own self, that is internal, which involve both internal and external variables. The recognition, respect, and appreciation from other people are all examples of receiving esteem from them. It consists of accomplishments, honors, standing, and reputation within a given society or community. The confidence, the social position, the sense of belonging that come from external validation. On the other hand, self-esteem is the internal assessment of one's values, skills, and accomplishments. It requires having a positive self-image, self-respect, and confidence. Building a very stronger feeling of self-worth is very crucial for the personal development, resiliency, and a general well-being. It takes a combination of external and internal factors to satisfy the esteem requirements. Receiving the approval, affirmation, and reinforcement from others through a very meaningful labor, achievements, and the social recognition are the examples of external factors. Internal aspects include establishing and achieving the personal objectives, growing in confidence, and partaking in pursuits that are consistent with one's values and the passions. Now, fulfilling the esteem needs promotes the competence, self-assurance, and self-worth. It enables people to feel good about themselves, to speak up for themselves, and to make a valuable contribution to society. Individuals can prosper, pursue their goals, and feel profound contentment and happiness when these needs are met. So, we need to go from bottom to top. So, building a self-esteem and gaining the respect of others. According to Maslow's hierarchy of needs, esteem needs can be met in a larger part of improving one's sense of self and winning others' regard. To establish a very positive self-image, confidence, and a sense of value for oneself, one must meet these demands. Recognizing and appreciating one's own skills, accomplishments, and traits is very crucial part of developing a self-esteem. It necessitates developing the self-assurance, establishing and achieving the goals, and adopting a growth mentality. An individual can increase their sense of competence and worth by participating in activities that are consistent with their values and the strength. To be respected by others, one must achieve acceptance from the peer, superior, and society at large. This can be done through exemplifying honesty, skill, and useful contributions to community. Respect from others boosts a person's self-esteem and gives them a feeling of social acceptance. Self-respect and respect for others interact in a very crucial ways. People who have a healthy sense of self-worth are more inclined to act in the ways that earn the respect of others, and in a similar vein, earning respect from others can really help one feel better about themselves and support their positive self-concept. And a strong sense of self is facilitated by meeting the self needs, which also supports the physiological health, and it enables the people to feel competent, confident, and respected on a personal and a societal level. So, in the end, we can say enhancing one's sense of worth and winning others, regardless, encourages one's own development, pleasure, and overall contentment. The last is your self-actualization. Self-actualization is at level 5 of Maslow's hierarchy of requirements. People aim to realize their full potential and find the personal fulfillment at this particular point. The pursuit of one's individual talents, interests and life purposes are all a part of self-actualization. Thank you very much.